Today we're reviewing Totino's Stuffed Nacho Supreme. It sure looks a lot like a pizza roll to me. The most interesting thing to me is that they serve it in what looks like a cereal box. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg, he's cute. Together we're Mr. Happy 0121, and today, the Totino's Stuffed Nacho. Now you have had varying degrees of excitement with our ventures into the freezer aisle this week. Now if we put your Velveeta stuffed grilled cheese at a 0 and then the waffle chicken thing at a 3, where do you place this out of 10 on your excitement level?
7.
Holy hell, he's got a pulse. There's a little bit of life in him. Before we eat this, before this goes in the oven, any predictions?
No, it's going to be alright. I mean, it looks alright. I think it's probably going to be like an 80 or something, if I have to guess.
Probably where I'm going to put it, but you know, from the look of the little bite thing that's taken here, it has the potential to be really gross, like most of these frozen things. Any guess on the price of this?
$6.
For the third box in a row, $5. I think that the guy at the Walmart frozen food section's gun was broken and everything was $5. Want an egg roll? $5. Want a case of waffles? $5. Box of stuffed nachos? $5. I think I've made my point here. At this point, we're going to go put this in the oven. We'll be back in a moment. Oh, let's get a look before they go in. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
What we're working with.
Instead of, you know, your boring pizza roll, it's now a nacho, so it's nacho shaped. What is nacho shaped, you ask? Well, hell, man, it's a triangle. Now we're sure to make it on all those Illuminati videos we've been wanting to get in on. Before we get started, a quick close-up. Held its shape. None of them exploded. They were all in the proper amount of time. I was very impressed by the fact that none of them oozed their insides all over my plate. In addition to the fact that they didn't ooze all over my cookie sheet, they really do smell like nachos. I must say, I'm surprised. These are very similar in texture to the Flavor Blasted Totino's product we did a while back that you enjoyed.
The Cheddar Blasted ones were my favorite.
Cheddar Blasted. Well, the cheddar was a Flavor Blast. I'm not recutting that.
Don't
the
recut
Cheddar Blasted Totino's. Thanks for picking me up there.
You're welcome.
Let's put that link right there. I'm not a pizza roll expert like yourself, so I don't remember what grade I gave it, but I remember you liking those enough that I bought another box. So perhaps today we'll have the same luck. Before we bite into this, please say that silent prayer that when we bite this, it doesn't do that thing where it explodes and shoots cheese all over our face, burning us horribly. Let us pray. Here we go. I eliminated the risk of it blowing up in my face by putting the whole thing in my face. My bite 2 will be pizza roll number 2. I'm eating them Joey style today. Here we go. This has taco seasoned chicken and beef, pizza topping, red bell peppers, jalapenos, and reduced fat cheddar cheese. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. A 90. It's just about perfect. I think they got what they were setting out to do. I think they did what they were setting out to do.
I agree. Now, before I give my grade, I'm gonna couch it this way. I do this occasionally because people get really sensitive about grades. I'm not grading this in the universe of me putting it against a Big Mac. I'm not grading this in the universe against a T-bone steak. I am grading this in a universe that only have pizza rolls and things of this nature. This is the finest Totino's product I've ever had. I hate Totino's. I hate their pizzas. I hate their pizza rolls. I hate everything about Totino's. That Cheddar Blasted flavor thing that we had was decent from them. This, like you said, this is as good a version of this as you could make. If you made it at home and used like fresh ground beef in it, maybe you could do better. But from like a mass-produced garbage swill that these things come from, I cannot imagine it being any better. 95. Now, I gave you the guidelines of why it's a 95. I'm not putting this up against the finest foods ever. I'm putting this up against other pizza rolls and things of its type. And no, Totino's did not pay for this endorsement. We just happen to like this product. Very quickly, this will date when we made this for those few people that actually pay attention to our social media. You and I went and saw Yoga Hosers tonight, the new Kevin Smith movie. And we'll just leave this here. The plot of this movie is two teenage girls work in a convenience store and they fight Nazi bratwurst.
Using yoga.
We enjoyed the film. We'll just leave that right here. For those of you wondering that enjoy Kevin Smith, normal people that two teenage girls fighting Nazi bratwurst using yoga, you probably want to avoid it. Would you say that's reasonable?
Say that's reasonable.
All right then. Facebook shoutouts. Our Facebook is now at 519 likes. And as we get further and further behind, we're going to continue to stay at 5 or 6 shoutouts per video until we can get at least within shouting distance of catching everyone.
Angelo Scott and Devin Shepard.
What's up, Angelo and Devin? Angelo is one of those names that I always hear, but in my lifetime I have never met an Angelo.
Me either.
That's all I have to say about Angelo. One of these days when I meet an Angelo, I'll let you guys know. We'll put it right at the top of the list. It's just odd that there's such a common name and I have no connection to anyone I've ever met named Angelo.
It doesn't feel like a really common name.
You know, I have met a few Spanish dudes named Angel. And I've been told that the name Angel is like the short version of Angelo occasionally for some people. So maybe I have and I just didn't know it. Devin Shepard. I thought you were going to say Dax Shepard. I wonder if this is Dax Shepard's less famous cousin. Although, can you really get less famous than Dax Shepard?
Yeah, you can.
Yes. Devin. Thanks, Devin. Jacqueline Schmidt. I don't know. Do you ever put your initials at something and people think you're saying just saying? You had to think about that one, didn't you? That was a thinker. Laurel Dobson. I got nothing, Laurel. I will say this. I've never met anyone named Laurel either.
Me either.
Or Dobson. You are an enigma wrapped in a riddle, Miss Dobson. Last but not least, and we almost did one of our famous things where we either call someone an axe murderer or say their name completely wrong. But you were saved at the last moment, Alex Wagner. You almost were shouted out as Ali Wagner. Boy, just one little piece of an X can make a big difference in a shout out.
Sure can.
Thanks for watching, AW. We appreciate you very much, and we enjoy your root beer. Got anything else?
Nothing else.
All right. We know that we've been doing a lot of freezer aisle stuff, but we do that by choice. Sometimes you're scraping the bottom of the barrel of the food review game, fam. When you're doing Chicken Littles, no offense, E&K, or like the Quarter Pounder, or like McDonald's French fries, I really kind of feel like you're wasting our time.
We're hustling out here.
Yeah, we're trying to find you guys something of interest. I kind of like going into the freezer aisle when things are dead. So that's why we took a trip there this week. And we'll see what happens next week. But I promise you we're not just going to go review a Big Mac. It's just not going to be us. Maybe we'll go do some energy drinks. Go back to the early days. Chips Ahoy. Chips Ahoy. That's the new flavor from Australia. Chips Ahoy. Always has new flavors. I can go get some of those and we can hate them. That'll be fun. I promise you we'll do something next week. And it won't be something that has been on the market for years. And it probably won't be something that everybody else does. So until then, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on all social media. The Facebook has just become a juggernaut lately. Just a juggernaut. But you can still find us on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Google+. Until next time.
Stay vigilant.